As we all know, the new season of Fortnite has just been released, introducing new items and ways to win fights that we haven't seen before. Now, with all these great things coming to the season, there's been a big issue that the entire community has been annoyed by, and I don't even need to explain it, just watch this. The primal shotgun happened. Epic decided to release a shotgun that acts like an SMG close range, but even from far range as well. So not only will I be teaching you guys the best ways to dominate arena this season and rack up those points, but I will also be showing you guys some strategies to counter the primal shotgun the best way possible. Yo, what's good YouTube? It is your boy Splashy, and in today's video we're going to be discussing how to dominate the arena and rack up those points. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys to drop a like, and if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe. And also I'll be soon daily streaming on Twitch, so I will leave a link to my Twitch in the description and also in the pinned comment of the video. So let's not waste any more time talking, let's get right into the video. The first thing we need to talk about is what game mode should you be focusing on if you want to rack up those arena points as fast as possible. Let's start off with solos. There's a lot of pros and cons with solos. To the eye, we see that solos is the best game mode to gain arena points, because you get 20 points per kill. So if you drop a 20 kill game in solos, that is way more rewarding than dropping a 20 kill game in trios. But how can solos then be a negative game mode? Well, in solos you only have one life, so if you end up dying, you can't be revived or rebooted like you can in duos and trios. A big negative factor about solos is that RNG plays a huge role in that game mode. If you accidentally get bad RNG off spawn and you go ahead to fight somebody that gets way better RNG than you, the likelihood of you dying to that person is way higher because you're by yourself and nobody else can help you kill or eliminate that person. Next up we have duos. Duos is an interesting game mode, and there's a lot of things that can happen in duos. If your teammate dies, it's relatively easy to clutch up compared to trios. Fights in duos are actually pretty short, which gives a lot of potential to drop high kill games and win a lot of games in a row, which will reward you the most amount of arena points out of any of the game modes in the game. The communication skill in duos is by far the best out of any game modes. You only have one person to talk to and interact with, compared to solos where you have nobody, and in trios you have two other people in your team, and the communication there can be very hectic if getting third partied and fighting very good teams. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, if you want to reach champs division the fastest way possible, or you just want to rack up those arena points as fast as you can, duos is the best game mode out there. It's the last but not least, the worst game mode to play if you want to get to champs or rack up arena points as fast as you possibly can. Trios. Why trios is so bad, especially in this season at the start of a new season, is because fights take incredibly long. It's a 3v3 and the likelihood of you getting third party are extremely high because of the amount of people fighting, which will make the fights very visible around the map. Not only do the fights take extremely long, but they're not rewarding, as you only get 7 points per kill. So after killing 3 people, that is as much points as getting 1 kill in solos. Fights taking long in trios will also make it harder for you to drop high kill games and winning games. Therefore, making it into champs by only playing trios is a very hard task. So to summarize which game mode you should play, the best game mode is duos, the second best game mode is solos, and the worst game mode that you should not focus on if you would like to get to champs or stack up arena points as fast and easy as possible is trios. Now that we have covered the best game mode to gain arena points the fastest way possible, it's time to find the best POI for you. Now I know finding the best landing spot for themselves or for their duo, trio, whatever you want to play, right, is a very hard task, because you need to find a spot where your whole trio, your whole duo, or yourself can play well. You play good off spawn, mid game, and you know the place in and out. So to give you guys a little hope, I will be recommending 3 of the best spots in the game in my opinion, where these spots will be giving you guys a guaranteed spaz, a guaranteed pump, an easy way to go from a gray makeshift, green makeshift, blue makeshift, all the way to a spaz within 1 minute of landing. The first and best spot in the game, in my opinion, for the new season of Fortnite is Pleasant Park. Let me explain why. Pleasant Park is a heavily contested place, not only for the amount of loot that you can find, but also because of a special chest they added into a game which guarantees you a special item. Items such as the gold pump, RPG, gold SMG, and the list goes on. However, that's not my intentions on why the place is the best place on the map. In Pleasant Park, you can go to one of the AIs and upgrade the rarity of your guns, which is very rare in the map as of this season. So that means that when you jump off spawn to Pleasant and you find a gray makeshift, you can upgrade that all the way to a blue makeshift. Find 4 mechanical parts, which is pretty easy in Pleasant Park considering all the cars there, and then you can directly upgrade it into a spaz and start W keying people and going from Pleasant Park all the way to Tilted and dominating the game. The second best POI in the game as of season 6 is Dirty Dogs. Now you would think that Dirty Dogs is not a heavily contested place because of the fact that it is on the edge of the map. However, that's completely false. Within Season 6, Dirty Dogs is one of the most heavily contested POIs in the game because of various reasons. The first being that there's a lot of mechanical vehicles around the area, making it pretty easy to get mechanical parts so that you can upgrade your makeshift weapons into regular, better weapons. The second and most popular reason is because of the fact that there's an AI near Dirty Dogs that upgrades the rarities of your weapons, such as what we discussed with Pleasant Park, going maybe from a gray makeshift all the way to a blue makeshift, and therefore you can go to a purple pump. In Dirty Dogs, there's also a lot of rotations. We already know there's the zip lines and also a lot of vehicles, so if the zone is far away from the POI, you can simply get a car and just drive to the circle. Dirty Dogs is mainly for duos and trios. I wouldn't land there if I was a solo player, but for duos and trios, it is not only super effective to get good loot, but it is actually one of the most fun POIs to land because of how the fighting will go down. There's a lot of buildings, a lot of metal, so fighting there will be very fun. The last and final POI that I will be recommending you guys landing on if you would like to rack up those arena points is Weeping Woods. Weeping Woods is one of the most underrated spots on the map, and since season 6 it had a huge buff. There's a new place added to Weeping Woods. To the left side of the place there's a small mountain that guarantees you very good loot. There's about 2 new chest areas up there and a way for you to use your glider to get down. And in Weeping Woods there's one of the special chests I mentioned earlier in the video that is also located in Pleasant Park. This chest can give you an RPG, a gold pump, a gold SMG, and the list goes on. If you walk maybe 50 meters from Weeping Woods, there's an AI that guarantees you a purple or gold pump. Yes, you heard me. You go to the AI and you challenge it, and then you need to eliminate the AI and it will reward you with a spaz, or as we know of it, purple/gold pump. So after discussing the best POIs and the best game modes, let's talk about W keying and playing passive because that's a big topic within the new season. If you're under 2,500 arena points as of watching this video, I recommend you to W key every game you get into. Even if you find the competition hard, you need to adapt to W keying early on in the season. But after you get to 2,500 points, the lobbies start to get a lot harder and a lot more stacked. And therefore playing passive is the right move. As all of you know and can tell by the new season, when you W key somebody, you need to be passive at the same time. You can't rush into somebody's box because if they do end up having a drum shotgun, you will most likely die. And it is one of the things that annoy a lot of pros and casual players this season. And it is one of the biggest complaints that we have ever faced in any season yet. So to summarize if you should W key or play passive, here's what I have to say. If you have under 2,500 points, W key and try to go for high kill games. If you have above 2,500 points, make sure you play passive. Only fight in early games, so when you land off spawn you can fight. Then when you get good loot, pick your fights smart. Don't just W key somebody when you see them. Make sure you have it planned out. Make sure you look at zone. If zone is far away and you see somebody in front of you, you should maybe rotate to zone instead of storm fighting, which is probably one of the worst things you can do in Fortnite. My last and final advice to everybody watching the video, and if you made it this far, just know you're a real grinder, is to ignore everybody that says don't use the primal shotgun. The reason pros do not want you to use the primal shotgun is to make their life easier. However, you want to make your life easier, so make sure you use the primal shotgun. Make sure you adapt to the new season, because the primal shotgun is the most dominant shotgun we've ever had in Fortnite, and basically it's like a cheat code. With that shotgun, it's almost impossible to lose fights unless the other person has one too, and to be honest, the likelihood of running into somebody with a primal shotgun is very high, so why not do it you too? Make sure you have one in your hand when you go and W key people and play for endgame, and you will see yourself stacking up a lot more arena points. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and notifications turned on. It's been your boy Splashy. I love you guys. Peace out.